Welcome back to Inuyasha Review, Anime Review, Part 7. Yeah, I know it's been a couple days since I've actually did this one. Well, there's a good reason for it. Because I was watching Testament New Sister Devil. And yes, I will do Season 2 as soon as this current season working on is done. I'll work on that one. Yes, this one I'm covering episodes 55 through 65. Yes, 11 episodes. The first episode is a standalone episode. Oh, in case you're wondering, what chapters these episodes adapt, these 11 episodes. They adapt chapters 79 to 85. There's actually a reason for this. There's an art company out this one. Yes. 182 to 200 and 206 to 207. It's basically about half the amount of chapters that was adapted for this particular season. The first episode is a standalone episode. Yeah, I'm not kidding about that. The first two episodes are just two straight standalone episodes. One of whom basically is a setup for what happened with episode 57. First one's all about Shippo, him falling in love with a girl, and saves her from easily defeats a Lizzie who was posing as her brother. It's a fun little Shippo episode. I don't mind the episodes focus on him. I like some series focus on characters but usually are pretty boring. This one I found pretty interesting. And also, in case you're wondering, the rest of the cast do pretty much nothing the whole episode. Yep, just hang out at the village. Next episode, Temperature of the Mist. This episode focuses on Moroku and Sango. Yeah, where they have to go rescue supposedly a princess and a bunch of men who were taken by the princess. Yes, another episode where Inuyasha, who is the main character of the series, does nothing. Absolutely freaking nothing. It's all Moroku and Sango. Yep. Yeah, it turns out the princess they're going to rescue is possessed by a coyote demon. When I saw this thing, I thought this was a wolf. No, it's a freaking coyote. Yeah, and it turns out she actually had years prior, and she's also been in this coyote was using these men's youth to basically keep herself young. Yep. And Moroku basically trying to have a way with her, of course. Sango basically is there to keep an eye on him. Yep, and they get out, and it's perfectly fine afterwards. Oh, in case you're wondering, in these episodes, does Moroku stroke Sango's butt? Yeah, he does about 3 times in this set of episodes. This one, he doesn't. Nope, he doesn't. Also, during the battle, when they're battling the Coyote Demon, her boomerang gets cracked, and she has to go repair it. And so at the start of the very next episode, she is written out for that particular story. The reason is because the chapters they adapt for this one are, believe it or not, chapters where she's not even featured in. Yeah, when she first showed up, she showed up prior to the chapter 100 for the series. This is before that. So, as for why in the world that Sunrise decided to save these particular chapters for this one, probably because this particular arc, it makes no frickin' sense. Okay, now this arc feels like a filler, but it is canon. It adapts 6 chapters they skipped over from season 1 for some strange reason. I don't know why, but they did. Okay. Oh yeah, this is another one of those transformation episodes, and this is actually the 3rd one they've actually done for the series. And they've done like 1 per season at this point. They figured, okay, and at this point, now, they probably knew it was going to happen, but Sango had not seen it yet until that second time they showed the series, so they wrote her out to make sure she doesn't see it at this point. Yeah. Well, chronologically, this makes no frickin' sense, basically, for her, because in the anime, she's already seen the transformation. But in the manga, at this point, she has not made a debut. So, you have Inuyasha, Moroku, Kagome, and Shippo go just wander about. They find a bunch of human-faced peaches in the water. They come across a demon tree, and it's Sage is there, who is massively overweight. How this episode starts out is so bizarre. We get introduced to this arc's standalone villain. I think his name is Toroshi, I think his name is. His name is Tokugen. Yes, a chubby guy who really wanted to become a sage the lazy way. Not over the course of time. Nope, he wants to become a sage right away. And apparently this demon tree held him up because somehow he found the shard of the Shukan Jewel. Oh yeah, and he started all this a month prior to this whole event's happening. Yeah, and apparently used the shard of Shukan Jewel to not only make himself super strong, but also create a miniature box, full of a bunch of guys who were fallen soldiers. Yep. Oh yeah, and what does he do with the soldiers try to escape? He puts them in their gourd, and they're made into fertilizer for the demon tree. Yeah, I can see why that the anime probably skipped this over, because one thing, this is so weird and kind of disgusting to see, and they probably figured out at this point, yeah, why not? I mean, it's not going to hurt the anime to basically do this little two-parter, which will lead into a filler episode. Yep. Which figures out basically Sango was still not back yet. Yeah, episode 59 is all for. Oh yeah, did they defeat Tokujin? Oh yeah, they beat him and then kill him too, because this message. Oh yeah, kill him because he's no longer human. The demon tree itself, well, after Tokujin is defeated, demon tree loses all its fruit, and the old men in the thing never mentioned anything what happened to them. Yeah, they get out. Also, this is one of those times where Kagome is kidnapped one several times in the series. She's kidnapped. Oh yeah, and Tokujin apparently knocked her out, and then he proceeded to strip her completely naked off screen and put her in a bathtub because she's dirty. Okay, I get the fact that was nice of him to do, put her in the bath, but I'm glad the fact he didn't rape her, because that would have been more creepier for this how creepy this guy is. And it's also a good thing too. He's not in love with Kagome. Yeah, he's actually one guy in the series who wants nothing to do with Kagome, her beauty at all. Basically, the thing is, Demon Tree has a obsession with female flesh. Yeah, he loves female flesh. That's Demon Tree for you. Yep, eventually the guy is defeated at the very end by Inuyasha. Well, throughout this thing, he is in his human form. Yep. And apparently he figures, oh yeah, you're a half-breed. Like, okay, so a villain who's got nothing to do with Naraku just happens to be a guy who finds, oh yeah, Inuyasha's a half-name because he was silver hair. Yeah, that's how I figured out that it's one of the most oddest things. And the sun comes up, his power comes back, and he defeats him really easily. Yep. Now, as for the next episode, which is basically the beautiful sister princess. Yes, a couple of sisters, two sisters, come to Sango's deserted village while Sango is basically preparing her. She already finished repairing her boomerang, and she also did some prayers for people who actually were killed in the village by a group of 100 demons. And then these girls completely out of nowhere, throwing rocks at her. The reason why they did this was to test her strength. Just how strong she is. Oh yeah, they want to basically her to teach them how to become demon slayers to the village, even though it's revealed that, yeah, the village is gone. Yeah. Oh yeah, it turns out these women are actually ninjas. Yeah, ninjas. Because it's Japan. Why the heck not have frickin' ninjas? It's an interesting episode to say the least. Yeah, they're with Sango for like one day, and then all of a sudden, like, Sango goes to sleep. Go steal all the weapons and run right away. Yep, and it turns out though some of these things were not exercised, so it attracted 100 demons. And apparently Moroku got bored and basically went to go rescue Sango. Yep. And of course, well, I think he also took his time to grope her. Yeah. But that's 59 for you. 6064 is a 5-parter, focusing on a new character named Tabaki. Now, this woman, I do not remember this woman at all from the series. I must have missed out. Like, some of these episodes this season, I missed out on these. Mainly because of the fact that, well, I was kind of plowing my way through the series, and I kind of forgot watching these episodes. In the case of the first seasons, I kind of remember these episodes. Not the episodes of this season. I kind of forgot. Yeah, I remember stuff like later on in the series, toward the very end. But not this point. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, is Tabaki a canon character? Yes, she is. Though she appears briefly for a handful of chapters, and then she just disappears. Yeah, after she's defeated at episode 62, she disappears and is never heard from again. Unknown what happened to her. Oh yeah, what's the story of this one? Apparently, we have Naraku interested in Tabaki to take out Kagome with the Shukan Jewel. Okay. So, yeah, first she has her snake bite Kagome so the snake sample her blood so she can possess her to do one thing, kill Inuyasha. That little plot there is wrapped up by the end of the first episode, with of course Kikyo basically coming in, of course figure out basically, oh yeah, you're alive despite the fact you're not really Kikyo, you're just basically an imitation. Despite you have the soul and memories, you're not really Kikyo. Yeah, and she says, don't kill Inuyasha, otherwise I'll kill you myself. And she says, I don't care what you do, just don't kill Inuyasha. Why she care? No idea. Because she appears in these episodes, and then she pops up again. Like, after that scene with her interacting with her, and her disappearing, she does pretty much nothing this whole arc. She just basically watches everything. Eventually, she has her first defeat at the hands of Kagome, Kagome Inuyasha. And then she goes to, and this of course happens in episode 63, which kind of wraps up this one. Yeah, we have 2 additional episodes featuring her, 2 filler episodes, with her basically going to come back to square one, keeping the Shukan jewel despite the fact she got defeated. And of course, Kagura says, like, hey, Naraka would like the jewel back, please. Like, nah, I need it for something. What is it needed for? Freeing an ogre. Yeah. Of course, she tricks 2 beautiful priestesses on them, who summon, I kid you not, like giant dolls. Oh yeah, and Moroku's way of calming them down is by rubbing their butts, and then asking both of them later on, to have their children have children with him, which they probably turn him down politely. Yeah, because even they think he's full of it. Yeah, Sango's like growl, like, really? Your best way to get them calm down is by groping them? Okay. Eventually, they summon out these Shingami dolls. Of course, I should mention Kide basically went with them to this village because she's a priestess. Why not come along? She doesn't do much of anything, but she's there. Oh, by the way, Sabaki does not put 2 and 2 together. It's like, hey, you're Kikyo's sister. Yeah. The whole time she sees her, she never points that out. I'm like, Kide knows this woman. She met her 50 years prior to events of the series. Well, the main part of the series, anyways. And apparently Tsubaki doesn't remember her at all. She remembers Kikyo, but not Kide. So, first they get past the barrier of the temple. And you watch them to get past it. Well, first take out the barrier, then of course they go through. Then apparently the temple's got a barrier, which, according to Kide, makes perfect sense because it's a temple. Inuyasha is able to get through it despite having some pain. Not much of a problem at all. And then they go through, and of course we have Tsubaki breaking some seal to summon an ogre to take on Inuyasha. Yep. And she merges with the ogre, and then she has a big long battle with Inuyasha, which ends with her being defeated, her losing all her beauty and youthfulness. And then she turns to ash, the ogre herself is destroyed, and they go back to the village, and that's that. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is what Akide is seeing walking with him back to the village. She's not seeing the very next episode, which is basically an episode focused on Miyoga. Why? Just cuz. Also, this is the first fill episode he appeared in. Yep. Pharaoh Days of My Youth. Yeah, this was a weird one. Like, oh my gosh, this was so freaking weird. Like, how weird is this one? Okay. Oh, before I continue, when they kind of defeated the princess, the priestess, yeah, and of course, despite like Moroku volunteered to stay behind, Shippo basically was told to stay with them, and he was told not to touch them because he has thing for touching women inappropriately by groping them. I'm surprised he doesn't grope their breasts. Like, why their butts? Bless you. I mean, does he have a butt fetish? It's never specifically revealed. Like, it'd be different if he grabbed the breast. That would be nice. Yeah, but I think it would probably be heavily inappropriate if they grabbed the groin area. I think the breast might be something. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, and I love this little moment. When they see Shippo and Kalala, they basically go, "Oh, it's so cute." They just play with them, which is so funny. Yeah. Any person sees little kids basically would do this, like, Get all these little babies, like so cute they are, and they just play with them. It's so hilarious. And after they defeat the Dark Priestess, it's like, Shippo, come back again. Shippo, man. And of course they point out though, Shippo is so cute. It's so funny. Yeah. I mean, it's stuff featuring them is like is the comedy portion of this two-parter, which kind of ends this arc. Now, as for the last episode we cover, Yoga, they have the group take out a Demon, and then they go, but well, initially they have a feast. And Murko turns up and says, "Hey, we have young girls basically wants to see." He's like, "Okay, hey, this is your charm," and then they spend it in the village, and then a little boy decides to use Moroku as a toilet. Look up, Moroku is able to redirect him back outside, and then like goes back to bed. It's like, yeah, you pee again, little boy, and he turns around, and it's Sango. He's like, "Oh, Sango, you broke into my room. You want to hop in my bed?" That's Moroku for you, thinking only of himself and his groin. Yep, and it turns out, and apparently she's got her boomerang with her. Yep, and start attacking him. Oh yes, and of course they basically kind of reburied the centipede. Then Moroku gets possessed, and then Inuyasha gets possessed. Oh yeah, and it turns out that this is not done with the centipede. Oh no, it's done by a female flea because it's after Miyoga. Why? Who is this female flea? Why, it's Miyoga's fiance. Which apparently this was an arrangement between the two parents. Yep. And it's like, okay, get married. And of course, they have the ceremony. And then it turns out, though, and of course, Miyoga decides to swap places with another flea in order to avoid this marriage. And the episode ends in comedy fashion with Miyoga's fiance chasing after him. Oh, don't worry, he'll come back. Oh, in case you're wondering, is this character canon to the manga? No, this character is completely filler. Made up for the series. Probably because they need some comedy in this series because of how somewhat dark the series is. Yeah, Miyoga does not have any family. His family is never mentioned in the manga. Nope. Aside from the fact he's known for having a lot of information and the fact he works for Inuyasha's family, not much else is known about Miyoga. Oh yeah, and he also has a flea, and the fact he has the striking resemblance to Hippocyte from Ranma Half. I mean, he looks like him. I think he's got the same voice actor. And he even acts like him too because he's a pervert. Though he also sucks on blood. Yep. But not much else to say about these episodes. I would say overall that the first episode I thought was pretty good. The second episode was good, but I thought it was kind of odd that they decided to just have the ending be an excuse just to write Sango out for a couple episodes. The first filler episode series, I thought was a really good idea for us to have Sango have a filler episode, which was quite nice. And then have that 5-part Tsubaki. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really good. I like the comedy in that one. All in case you're wondering, does Naraku show up in the last 2 parts of that 5-parter? No, he doesn't. Kagura does, but not Naraku. Yep. Oh yeah, Naraku sends one of his puppets to keep an eye on her. Gets destroyed by Kikyo. The only weakness I found in the 5-parter, Kikyo does nothing in this 5-parter. She has nothing but watch. Last episode, I can live without because it is a pretty bad episode, to say the least. I mean, I would say the most disappointing thing is feeling who's actually possessing everybody, where it was simply a flea. How in the world does a flea possess somebody to basically hop around and attack people? Yeah, this is never explained. Yeah. But that's it for this particular review. Oh, and don't worry, we'll go back to Season 2 after finish of Test Students and Civil after finish this season. So, I have roughly one more video I'm going to want to do tonight. I may get a chance to do another one tonight. I don't know. It's possible, to say the least. For this particular part, I may get time to either today or tomorrow do part 8 of the next year. I'm going to do a review of the newest episode of the 7 Deadly Sins. Okay, see you next few. Bye.